let's look at what the papers look like in our new Embracing the Call to Love Others junk journal kit. This is more around a Valentine's theme, but we're going to be talking about the call to love others that God gives us. So I always print my first page on regular paper, and then there's 2 pages for the devotional, and I print that on regular paper. Now, one of the things I want you to pay attention to is that on all my kits, I tell you exactly what paper to print for each page. So you really want to make sure that you have that. So example, what kind of paper do you need to have to print one of my kits? You need regular copy paper, regular printer paper. I use vellum, and that acts as a sticker. See this? That becomes like our sticker page with all of our Bible verses. Then you need matte photo paper, okay? And then you need, that's 33 pound as well as 48 pound, which is more like a cardstock, okay? So those are the papers that you need. And this is what the kit is going to look like. I've already put these 2 pages together to make sure that I had them correct. So we're going to be printing double-sided on cardstock for this kit. And it's going to be an open that, and open this, a flip over there. There's 2 pockets that we created because we put 2 8.5 by 11s together in a certain way. You'll see how to do that. And then we have this, and we have this, and you flip it over. So you're going to love this when you see how beautiful it is when it's done. So this is the beautiful Valentine style paper that I've chosen and created that I thought would be really, really awesome for this journal. Here's the rest of the pages, what we're going to use. I've got some beautiful music paper, beigey music paper. We've got this really pretty pink that coordinates with the kit, and I've already glued it to the back of another piece of the music paper because we are going to end up folding it like this and like that, and that is going to go into our junk journal. You're going to really like this. This has so many fun things in it. And then I gave you some additional pages that are just, you know, background pages to use. And you'll see how we're going to use most of these. Here's some of your pockets. And then you get into all the Valentine's ephemera. Lots of stamps looking like that. I've given you the title of this study because I like to put that on the cover of mine. So we've got that one, we've got that one. Now the rest of this is all printed on cardstock because these end up being like ATC size cards, and we're going to stick all of this into our journal. And you always get word fetty, and these are words from the Bible verses and some of the thought process that you can use. And here's some really fun little tags that I made. Here's some more tags that you can put Bible verses on, write other things on. I gave you some postcards. I made some, oh my gosh, I made some, yes, what are these called? I made some library cards. Here's another set of tags and tickets and tabs, okay? And then this kit, I decided to do something different. What I did is I went ahead and I added all the Bible verses to these tags so that I knew that the Bible verses would fit on them. So here's your 7 Bible verses. Now, if you don't want to use those, you want to do them in a different way, that's what the vellum sheet is all about. Because then you can cut these out. I've given you a same size, different color, that you could then just go ahead and glue those on if you want to. Normally I just give you the vellum, but I decided, you know what, I think I want to print it on there so that we've got those pages. And then you always get my verse cards, and there's 8 of those. And I made them so that you can use these in other kits or in other junk journals. I made them real neutral, and they'll fit in there. What do we use these for? This is where we do our Bible study part. We always put our notes on that. You want to print these 4 prints double-sided. Doesn't really matter which side. That won't matter at all. But you definitely need to print it on the heaviest matte photo paper cardstock that you have. Mine is 48 pound. So I've got this double-sided, and now mine does not print borderless, so now I need to trim the edges off. So once I trim the edges off, then I'll show you how easy this is to put this together. Once you have your paper trimmed, if you had to trim it, we are going to use our scoreboard, and we are going to score at 3.5 and 8.5. Okay, so let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is, I think I want it this way. Yeah, it's going to go this way. Okay, this is going to be my inside. This is going to be my outside. Okay, so this wider part over here is going to be there, and then this shorter part will be there. Okay, so see how that goes like that? So that's the first fold. Now we're going to take the second one, and we are going to do it exactly the same way, but you have to kind of think through where you want to attach, because we are going to flip this over, and we are going to attach the short piece. So if I do the 8.5 here, that means that piece is going to be attached here, okay? And I'm okay with that. So I'm going to have this side up, and I'm going to do the same thing, a 3.5 and an 8.5. So if you don't have a scoreboard, you can use your metal roller. So that's going to be like that, okay? And as I mentioned, what we're going to do next, once we've got them scored, is we are going to attach them. And we are going to attach this short side to that side. So this is the middle of the back. See that? So choose which one is your front. This is my front cover. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to flip it over and fold that back down, actually. Okay, so we're attaching the short piece from the second piece to the middle of the cover. Okay, so let me make sure that I've got that down nice. And before we glue it, you can see how this is going to look. This is going to be like that. This is going to be like this. This will go in here, and then that goes like that. And then that would be our book. Okay? So you're going to open it like this, close that. This is be attached. I'm pretending it's attached, right? And we come over here. Yeah, we're going to come like that. And then you're going to flip this out. So I think that looks pretty good. And what we're going to put in the middle there is going to be this piece that we just made. And I think that looks really nice on there, and I like the color scheme, okay? So you can play with this any way that you want. I'm just showing you how I'm making mine. So I'm going to line these up. Now we are going to glue these two together, but we're not going to glue them all totally together. What I want to do is I want to create two pockets here. And so for that to happen, I am just going to put glue on the top, right, and the bottom. And then I'm going to put one approximately in the middle. This, again, you don't have to measure this, okay? And then now, excuse me, now we are going to flip that over. Okay, we have glued the short piece onto the wide part of the back. And as I showed you, we've left space to have two pockets, okay? So that's going to go like that. So this flip-flop journal becomes this. And mine is over a little bit because when it printed, it didn't print all the way to the end. So I had to cut too much off, but it's okay. So this is the basis of our Valentine's journal. See this? Okay, so now we get to have fun. So first I'm going to edge everything before I start adding all the parts. You will also need to have two other pieces to make this. You need a regular, like an invitation size envelope. That is going to go here in the middle. So that's how you know what size you want. And then we are going to put this piece that we made. This goes over here, this irregular pocket. Okay, that's going to be over there. So you need one envelope for that. Then you need, now this is the way I made it, but you don't have to do that. If you have a business window envelope, what I've done is I've cut it off, and so I left it, because we're going to use this as a window pocket right there. So I've left mine 5.5 long, and I measured that it can be no wider than 3.25. Okay, so I think I need to cut it right on the inside. So basically, we're going to trim that off, and it's just going to be a window pocket that's going to, it goes on there. Okay, we're going to do that. So I'm going to trim that. So you need a business window envelope and a invitation or a greeting card envelope. That's what you need. Let's make sure we got the right size there. Okay. Okay, and I would save that part. You don't really need this, but I would save that part because that's going to go right there. Okay, and then we're going to cover it, and we're going to have a nice pocket there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and edge everything up. I'm going to take these two pieces of printed background paper, and I'm going to glue them together. And I'm going to glue them first and then trim them, okay? Because I printed them on 33-pound paper. If you wanted to print it double-sided, I would recommend you print it on a heavier cardstock, which I didn't do, and I don't want to waste the print. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to reuse the print. We'll just glue them together, and it'll be nice and sturdy. You need this another double-sided piece for this really cool folded tuck spot that we are going to make. So I'm going to have to try and match it as much as I can. And I'll just trim it. It doesn't really matter, right? That won't matter. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this as one piece. Now we're going to trim off all of our edges on it. So it's important to have 33-pound paper and then a heavier weight. Now I use 48-pound cardstock matte photo paper as my cardstock, and that works really, really well to print. So see, there it goes. It looks just like it's supposed to. Here's how we're going to make our offset folded pocket. Okay, I'm going to show you on plain white paper first. This piece of paper, when you put the two together, it's approximately 8.5 by 11. Okay, you bring your top left over, not to the edge, and you're going to leave 1/2 inch, whatever. None of this you don't worry about the measurements, okay? Then you turn it over, and now you fold in both of the flaps, and depending upon how far you fold it in, like you could fold that one first and then this one over here. And any tails that are left, you would just put that in. And the fun part is that gives you, so you have one in the very back, then you have one pocket in here, 3, and then 4. And then actually you have this part too if you put that down. So with the piece of paper that I glued together, I'm going to show you that again. So I took this and I brought it over to here, like I just said. Now you flip it back over, and you have 2 points that are like that, right? And then how far you fold it you want to make sure you don't fold it wider than that insert. Let me show you. Like this is now about 5 1/4. So you don't want it any wider than that because it's going to sit like that. I've cut everything out of the kit. You can see my little bin, and this is one of my secrets to keeping organized and being able to finish a journal, is keep everything in one place. So I always grab one of my plastic bin baskets, and I put up all the cut pieces in here. Now, a couple things that I wanted to just share with you. As I was cutting out this page of these pockets that we're going to use, I didn't throw away all the extra pieces. I kept them because you never know when you want just a little extra piece for something else out of that background paper. So that's just sitting here that I can use it. The other thing is, if you're new to my channel, this is called Word Fetty, and this is how I start. I just, trim all around it. Then I sit here, and as I use it, I just trim them out and then edge them. For me, if I cut all these out right now, they're going to get lost. So I've kind of organized my stuff. I've got my verse cards. We've got the library cards. I've got those all ready. I've got all the Bible verses ready in a stack. The other little fun tags that I made in the kit that have some words, like Valentine words, love, and that kind of stuff. So that's all ready. And then my 2 sets of blank tags are right here. So I've got everything sitting there. Okay. So let's get, the other thing is, a little tip, I should have videoed it probably. When you cut out the tabs with the words on them that I have, fold them in half. And then I used that little 1/2-inch punch to just trim both sides, and that worked out really, really well. Okay. These 2 I haven't cut out yet because I don't know that I'll use. But basically, I've got everything else cut out and ready to go. Now, the other thing that I'm going to share with you is these are what I call background pages, right? And we've already used 2 of them. So all I do here is trim these off because, again, I always have white around. I don't print borderless. So my papers are ready to be used. So let's set that aside. And then my printer was acting up, and I just want to show you something. I'm not going to throw this away because it didn't print the whole way. I can cut parts of this out, of the design out, and actually, use it. So I don't throw those kinds of mistakes away. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to get our journal back in front of us. And I think what we'll start with is, let's start back here. And I showed you how to make this folded offset pocket. And I think I want to do some stamping. So let me get some of my stamps out. I think we need to decorate it a little bit more. It needs something. It's pretty, but it needs something else. Let's see the stamps that I've got out. Well, of course, I thought I could just pull them right down, right? Yeah, that's not happening. Okay. These are all my acrylic stamp sets. Most of them, as I've mentioned, are from Temu. I find the quality is really good. I don't want to put any flowers on it because this whole thing is full of flowers. I'm thinking we add postage stuff and maybe some numbers. So let's take those out for now. That'll work. Okay. And let me get a couple of my blocks to print, to put the stamps on. And what can we put on there? Oh, this would be fun. Put one of these long ones on there. I like that. Now, do I have a block here that's big enough? No, that I don't. Do I need it the whole length? Yeah, I actually do. Okay, let me get it. I have a block on the other side of the room. Sorry about that. I thought I had everything in front of me. Okay, let's put that on this one. And we are going to ink that up. Move these aside. Let's see how that goes. I think I'm going to pull it apart like that so there's not so much stuff underneath it. Yes, okay. See, it just needed a couple little, and I wanted some round things because everything is pretty much angular. Okay, that works like that. Put this back on here. Put that back there. We've got that one done. I pulled out some text. Oh, you know what? I love this one. This one set is really fun. I do a lot with this one. I like this. It's like accounting things or something like that. I don't know. It's got some writing and some numbers. It's just really, it's a fun thing. Now let's see, am I going to get it? There we go. Let's put that right there. There we go. Okay, is that enough, Diane? Yeah, I feel like it is. You know, the other thing that I could add, hold on, I have a whole set of, instead of me running over to my sewing machine, I bought a couple sets of, here's one. I bought a couple sets of, looks like stitching. So kind of it's the fake way, right? If you don't have a sewing machine, get a couple of these type of stamps because then you've got them already. And I like because it's real messy, which is fun. I'm not going to use that whole part. I'm just going to go down that one part. Oh, let's put that right there. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, let's do it again. Let's do the other end of it. Let's do that way. Let's do that end on the next part. Okay, let's put that. That looks like I went over and sewed it on the machine. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do one more on that part. There we go. That's just what that needed. It absolutely just needed that little bit of interest. And so the design principle is there's so much going on in the background with all this paper. And if I put this on here, the plain, I think this kind of takes over your eye. And so if I add some things, it has my eye. There's places for the eye to rest on here is what I always say. That you're trying to get your eye. This is a focal point piece, right? And to be honest, I didn't like this fold at all when I first was taught it a while ago because it just kind of drove me crazy that it was offset. And now that I've been working with it for a while, I go, oh, actually, it provides a lot of interest. See, it becomes a real nice, really nice focal point. Okay, so, my little gluing those pages together, they lifted up after I started playing around folding it. So you know what? Let's go ahead and re-glue these edges now that they're in their folded place. It's the only negative of not printing something double-sided. When you try to glue it together, it ripples kind of, and then you got to play around with it. Okay, that looks good. I like that. I think that really works. What do you think? Should we do this or this? Oh, now look. That actually is better, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to glue these parts together. So we're going to glue the bottom so that it creates a pocket, right? And I think I'm going to glue this piece so it's got its own little pocket there. And then we'll glue this over there. So this will go over here. I just love these papers, but I say that about every kit. I have fun on the computer making kits. I get an inspiration about like color schemes, and then I definitely have my own style. I don't do cutesy. I don't do fairies, of course, because that's non-Christian. I don't do fairies. I don't do dragons. I don't do any Halloween. So there's a few things I don't do, but when I do make stuff, I like to make it pretty, beautiful, sometimes bright, sometimes soft. Okay. I feel like we are ready to go put this one down. Let's just make it nice and tight on the fold parts, right? Now, I can, when I put this down, I have a choice. I can just put behind there like that. If I leave this open, that's another tuck spot. So we'd have 1, 2, here, let me get a tag out and we'll play. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And there's actually, no, we glued that one down, so that one won't work. A little thing might, no, probably not. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3. So probably, I think I am going to leave those 2 open. I think I'll leave those open. So when you go to glue things like that in your junk journals, you do need to decide how many pockets that you want. How do you want to use it before you glue it down? Okay, and we're going to leave. Oh, so I just did that. I wanted that as a pocket, and I just put glue there, and I shouldn't have. Okay, let's wipe that off. After I was just sitting there saying to you, pay attention, I forgot. Okay, let's just take all that glue off from right there. That's the good part. It hadn't really dried, so it just kind of rolls away with my fingernail. Okay, now I think we're ready. Now we're going to put that on. Right there. And then did I leave a space for this? Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, there we go. We did it. Okay, so this first part of what I want to do is I want to create all these tuck spots and fun spots with you on camera. So this is what's going to go over here. And it still is a little too wide. So let me get my trimmer, because lately when I go to cut, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I think it looks straight, and later on I go, that wasn't straight. So it's better pulling my trimmer over than cutting by hand. And my thought on this pocket is we are going to leave all of this open, okay? And we're going to put something fun inside of there. So you could leave it white. I mean, that would work, but yeah, not for me. You could totally leave it white. Maybe we should cover it. Oh, that would be pretty. Look at that. That would give us some fun stuff. Okay, so now let me show you how I do my envelopes. My window envelopes, of course. I'm a glue and then trim person on my covering envelopes. Let me get this back in there. So let's glue that long piece down that part. We'll do one whole piece down there. And I'm going to set that. Now, again, if you're new, you'll notice that I basically cover up that rounding on the window. It just, to me, it's too hard to play with. So I just make it straight is all I do. Let's get my scissors. And I'll trim that right up. There we go. Okay, there's one part. And see why I'm saying I kept these little pieces? Look, they will coordinate really well. So that piece actually goes totally over there. And of course, I forgot one thing. Yes, I just did it again. I keep forgetting to edge before I put it on there, but we'll just edge it this way. That's what we'll do. Okay, now we're gonna put this piece on there. Okay. And you know what? I need to get my little glue trash book out so I can glue and not glue onto my foundation piece. Okay, let's put that there. There we go, that works. Okay, and now we need a skinny piece. We could put this down there too, and just that way that would really let the stripes be accentuated. Maybe let's try that. Okay, if I trim this white off. So I have an Epson 4800 printer. And I love its EcoTank, and I love that, and I will tell you all day long, go to EcoTank, considering if you knew how many hundreds of prints that I make a month, okay? So it's much more economical. But I don't know what Epson is thinking. So when they make these, the original 2800 was good, but the 2850 that came out, they added that you could do borderless printing, and it would automatically do double-sided. Well, I didn't pay attention to that when I went and bought mine a couple years ago. I didn't ask it, what kind of printing does it do? And so my 4800 cost $100 more, but it doesn't do any of that. So I will tell you that it's extremely frustrating. I'm seriously considering buying the 2850. It's on sale for $250 right now. I really don't want to spend the $250, but if you knew how much time and energy it takes me to do my printing for my kits, this would save me so much time. So it's a thought process that I'm in. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. So do you have a EcoTank? Which one do you have? Or do you have a printer that prints borderless? Do you have a printer that prints, as I said, that prints double-sided automatically? What I have to do on mine is I have to go over there and refeed it back in. Not fun. Okay, too far over, Diane. There we go. Okay, let's put that piece on there. So the reason I'm thinking about it is because it's more about the money right now. I had to buy a new tablet this past year, and then I had to buy a new phone because when I started making all these videos, I did not have some things that I had an iPhone 11, and now I have an iPhone 15. I didn't go to the 16. And it is great, but here we go again. Did I know that I needed something? No. There's some extra part that they added to that, which of course I don't have. Anyway, I had to buy the new phone because that's what I do all my recording on, and that's okay, but that's like $1,000. And then a new tablet. So that's why I'm going. Do I really need to spend any money buying, yeah, another printer when you already have one that does print? It prints. It's just a pain. It doesn't do exactly what I want it to do. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking for here, and I'm going to put it down at the bottom. But again, we need to decorate this, don't we? We can't just put that on there like that. Let's do some stamping on here too. Oh, okay, cool. Look at this. Oh, there's hearts. And this is all about embracing, loving the way God loves, right? Oh, okay, well, that won't really fit on there for now. Let me see what we could put on here. What if we put... Oh, I like the airmail. Let's do the airmail across the top. So a set of acrylic stamps that I would recommend to you would be anything about like postage. If if you've watched me recently, I've showed I've got 2 big sets that I got off of Amazon. I did not realize they were so big. So they're really oversized for what I do. So if you go on Temu, which is where these are from, you get smaller sets, which is great. But if you're asking, I only buy stamps. I've been buying stamps for 20 years that are what I consider either little focal points or backgrounds, designs, words, stuff like that. Because I never got into buying like Valentine things unless it was just hearts. So if it was hearts, I would buy it, right? But if it was other stuff, I really wouldn't buy stuff. So anyway, if you get any kind of stamps, like I said, with postage things, that goes on everything. Yes, it does. Okay, so we need a little bit of numbers. Let me get my little number one out that I love all the time. Here we go. This is the one I love. Oh, yes, look, let's put this one on. This is one of my favorites. This set is one of my favorites. Let's put this on here. Yes, there we go. Oh, yeah, see, it just needed that. He just needed a little bit of something, right? And now let's put a number. Let's pick 74. Don't know what that means, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Nope. I mean, it doesn't correspond to anything I'm doing. It's just, I needed something round in the corner. Oh, yes, I really like that. Okay. Put those back on. There we go. Now, that looks really, really good. Now, the question I have to ask myself is, does the white bother me? And the reason it might not bother me at all is because what am I going to stick in there, right? So this is a Windows. Oh, you'd see it possibly. You're not going to see the whole verse. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Let's see what we have. We put this in here. Oh, look. That's just a tag, right? I was thinking I want to put something on here that I can put a tab on, so I probably don't want a tag. And do I want to cover it? You know what I think I want to do? I am going to grab some text paper, hold on, or music paper, whatever I can grab quickest right here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stick that inside there. I think that would look much better. So let's trim that up. These are out of old hymnals. My friend is part of the Lutheran faith, and she got, they were getting rid of all their hymnals. They were really going to throw them away. And she was like, no, give them to me. All my crafty friends, we will use them. So I got blessed that I got 2 of them. So I know that some churches do get rid of them. So if you don't have a hymnal for faith art, just go around and ask, you know. I think it's more Lutheran churches that use hymnals. They might be getting rid of some, so you could just ask them, do you have any old ones you're getting rid of? See if they'll, you know, give them away, if they'll share the love. There we go. Just have that in there, and that makes me happy. That way, if you don't have the insert, which we haven't made yet, it'll still look nice, okay? So that was my plan. Let's get that trimmed. So, of course, how to make the journal videos are always much longer than my regular videos. Because unless you all tell me you don't want me to be talking, you want me to fast forward. In fact, that's a good question. I would love to get feedback from you all. Do you want me to just fast forward on making this stuff? Or do you like it that I show you exactly how to do it and hopefully you're crafting along with me? That would be cool, but I don't really know. I'd love to get feedback on what's your preferred style. I know for myself, when I see that a video is like an hour, I go, oh my gosh, that's way too long. But if it's somebody that I really like and they're doing like really fun stuff, I guess it doesn't really matter. So that's kind of what I'd love to hear from my followers, my subscribers. Okay. So that piece is done. I'm happy with that. Well, let's add, we have to figure out what we're going to put in there, right? I think I'm going to do that later. I want to get through the main components. The decoration part I can do later. Okay, so we are over here. Now, we did have these two that we left as pockets, right? And so, let me think for a second. Hold on. What did I want to do with that? Okay, well, what I want to do, I don't even think I can now. I should have notched it or something so that you would know that there was a pocket there. Let's see. Do you think my notch will go through? I doubt it. And of course, where is it? I thought I just had it right here. Well, I didn't. Okay, what do we want to do on this? Let's edge this a little bit. Okay, so we've got 2 tags. So here's where we can decide what do we want to put in there. And we could put 2 of our verses. And then let's see if did I leave enough space? So if it's a verse, and can I put my study in there? Is it wide enough? No, it's not. Okay, my study cards will definitely fit over here. Okay, so that'll work. So we could put, but then that doesn't have a tab on it. You know what? Do I want to stick these in there? They're the same color, so I don't want them the same. Let's see what we got. Okay, that looks cool. Let's put those 2 in there. Okay, that'll be cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with things, and then I'm going to come back and put like eyelets and stuff like that on it. Okay, so we'll put those 2 tags there. And then, as I said, we could also put, oh, this one does go in there, so we could do that as a Bible verse. Okay. Okay, so we've got those 2. Now, I feel like we should put something along here. Let's look in our little bin. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Oh, look, this would go right there. Would be kind of fun and would kind of set the stage for where that closes and opens. Yes, I like that. Okay, let's do that. The best love story is the one you write together. Okay, that looks good. Let's put that on there. I think that works really well. I'm going to kind of, like I said, go over so that you know there's an edge there. Oh, and what would be fun is I should put some ribbon or something along there. That's what would look really good. Okay, I think I like these 3 pages. Now, this one is going to come over here, and this is going to go there. So let's put something on there. Now, let me think. What do I want to do? Okay. You know what I'm thinking I might want to do? What if I did like a long belly band? Now, with those tags, the tickets, I didn't cut them apart yet because I was like, should I use it like as a little belly band? I don't think there's enough contrast, so we won't use that one. What else could we use? So we can use one of our pieces of paper, right? Oh, I love that piece. Maybe we trim it and just get those things on there. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay, let's get the trimmer. Okay, and let's go do that, and then we want it about like that. I have no idea what size I cut. I just was cutting by eyeball. Okay. And we want this on there. So let's go like that. I think that looks good. That looks pretty cool. And then we could tuck some things in there. Okay, let's try that. I like that idea. Okay, so we're gonna make a belly band on this part. I told you that the fun part of this style of junk journal that I created is there's so many tuck spots and fun spots and things to look at. And that's the good part. Okay, so that's going to be like that. And then let's trim this off. I was thinking and reached over, and I realized when I was showing you, these are really good sets to get. Anything that looks like stitching, and of course we've got the hearts, which I'm going to try and use. I have another one that's like some words and stitching. This is an even older one. This is from 49 Market. This was definitely like your sewing machine, right? And then this one, where'd I get this one from? Glowland, no idea. Anyway, these are all just stitches. So that's a good kind of a thing to have because you've got lots of flexibility to use with that. So I want to put the belly band on, and I want to put a piece across it with some brads. That's my thinking. So first let's trim it to where it will be. And I don't think it's going to be that wide. But I think I can trim this one little piece straight. Hopefully I can. Yeah, that's too wide. So let's go about right there. Okay. So again, these pieces are coming out of the background pages. Okay, so let's edge this first. Okay. And it's kind of like it'll be holding it down, and then we could put things in the top and the bottom. And then I thought, wouldn't it be fun to put a stamp, something on there? So I went and got, these are the two that I was telling you about that I got at Amazon. They're huge, right? They're way big. What would be fun that talks about love and God? How about premium? The love of God is premium, right? Let's get the premium one. See if it's too wide. Oh no, it works good. Okay, that'll work. Get my stamp set. That's a brand new one. I haven't even used that one yet. Let's move that off the desk so I got a little bit more room. When you have to work in a very small section because you're filming it, you end up feeling it if you leave stuff laying around because you think, oh, I'm going to grab that again, right? And then it's perfect because right where those little dots are, we are going to put some brads. There we go. Premium. Oh, yes. I'm glad I used that one. That will look really fun. So for this junk journal, as opposed to some of my other ones, I wasn't really using a lot of metal stuff, but I recently, the other day, watched a video and I went, I have all of it. It's not that I don't have it. It's I forget to use it. So I'm grabbing two brads. And then where's my pokey tool over here? And we'll go right through that hole. And we'll do this one. So if you don't have any brads, Amazon has a pack like 7 or 8 colors in them for under $10. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. That way you have some. Now I will tell you that I end up thinking, oh, that's so great. Like I bought a ton of eyelets in all these colors, and I've probably used, I hardly ever use those. I use the browns and the blacks and the silvers more than I use anything else. So if you wanted to save some money, just get a basic set of eyelets. You don't need all those colors unless that's your style. I'm not saying it's not my style. It's just that it doesn't, I don't know. I just don't use it a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, now see how cool that looks? Looking good. Okay, let's glue So what I'm going to do is, this will hold the middle of it. So all we need is, I'm picking up the wrong glue. Let's get the glitter glue because it's stronger. Okay, we're going to do top and bottom. And then we'll put that little piece across there. And that is going to work really well. Okay, this will be right across here. And I wasn't planning on tucking anything into it, so I'm going to go ahead and put glue around the whole thing. That should work. I'm offsetting it just a little bit lower than half because I want those pearl things looking to show. Okay. And so what we just created were 2 more pockets, right? Getting that glue pin back in is a pain in the butt. Okay. So that could go there, and that could go there. Oh, look how pretty, pretty. Okay. So we're putting a lot of stuff in there, aren't we? Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go to the the front part, not the front. We're just going to go to that part. So what I was explaining to you was, I think I want to use an envelope this on here, and it's white. And it's okay on this page. But what if we put something on the back of that? I just think it's going to be really hard to try and cover that whole thing. I guess I could do that, do a little bit wider part. Let's see, what are my scraps over here? Oh, wait, remember when I showed you this? This is not on that page. Maybe that would work there. That would be cool. Then we could just have something up there. Oh, let's do that. That way I'm utilizing paper that was, quote, a mistake because my printer decided, oh, I'm done printing right in the middle. And it didn't really finish, did it? I have to start all over. Okay, let's cut all that out. And you can hear it's cardstock. Now this I don't need, so I'll get rid of that. Okay, let's move this over so I don't glue on top of it or mess up on top of it. Grab my little glue book. What if... Oh, you know what we could do? I know what to make this easier, Diane. Yes, look, if I glue this on the very front of the whole thing, right? Let's glue, yeah, like this part of the design. What I can do is cut a notch right into here before I glue it down, and then that would make the cool pocket. That's a good idea, Diane. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go there, there, and like that. And then what I want is, let's see, should I just do a... I wish I had a big notch. The biggest I have is 2 inches, which I don't think that's gonna really work. Maybe I just cut a diamond in there or something. Okay, first off, let me trim this. Let's trim it. I think it'll be easier visually for me to figure out how to put this together. Okay, so let's go right there. And right there. Okay, so now this is the piece that I want to use. And I want to put it right on there like that. Okay, but we want to show that this is an opening. If, I've never really done this before. See, I'm trying to figure out where, let's see, if we came across here and here, how do I get that open? See, I don't have a big enough punch, so that's not gonna work. what do I have? Oh, let's see. What if we used... Oh, let's do this, Diane. There we go. I'll just use like a big circle, draw it, and then cut it. That's all I'm going to do. That'll work. Okay, and I kind of made it hopefully in the middle. And if it doesn't work, we'll just pick another piece. But I think it's going to work. Oh, if I had on my desk, I don't have. In my drawers, I do have with a protractor. What was the other thing that we used to have? A compass. A compass would have done it too. Oh, see, now that looks excellent. Yes. Okay, that worked out really good. Okay, so now to distinguish that that there's something in there, let's put. Here, what we're going to do is take that back out, and we're going to cover this because that's what you're going to see. Let's do it with another piece of, let's see, do I have book paper or do I have, here, there we go. Over here, let's see. Okay, here we go. Here, just put some more music paper, right? Of course, I was cutting this up for something else. It's all weird. Let's just get the part that I want. Okay, that'll work. So we'll glue that, and then it'll stick inside, and it'll be a nice contrast. There we go. Okay, let's see. Sometimes these little things that just really set something off really well. Oh, yes. See, that worked good. Now let's ink this. Well, you're not going to see it while you ink in that part, Diane. Okay, we're going to stick it back inside the envelope, right? There we go. There we go. That was easy peasy. Okay, and now when we put this on, see, now you know that there's something in there. Okay, cool. Let's edge all this. So there's a quick way to cover a regular envelope. I hadn't even thought of that till I looked at it and thought, I really want a big envelope in this journal, so let's do that. Oh, look how nice that looks. That looks so good. Okay, now let's go ahead and glue this. Now you want to be careful. I don't want to put glue right there because that's going to cut it off. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue the envelope because I'm going to put the glue exactly where I know it should be, right? And get that nice and stuck down, and that will work much better. And I won't have closed up the beautiful opening that I was trying to create. There we go. There we go. So we still have our full pocket open. Yes, yes, yes. That's looking great. Okay. Let's move those out of the way. Okay. Now, before I put this down, I want to have pockets there. So I'm not going to glue the top down because what I want to have is a space here and here to put all my Bible study cards in. Okay? So let's make sure it's all nice and edged because, of course, it wasn't perfect, but now it is with the brown. So we are going to glue this and this. Oh, no, wait, I can glue up to there. Yeah, I can glue up to there. That's right. Okay, I can just do a U. I'm looking at it crazy. That's why. Okay, so we're going to leave this as the top. So we're going to glue the big U, and that will get this all glued down on there, okay? And leave us a nice pocket. Okay, whoops. There we go. And that goes right there. There we go. So when I make junk journals, I have a different philosophy than most junk journalers do. They make a lot of things, and if you watch when they show you a flip through, they'll be like, well, you could do this and you could do that. I'm creating junk journals and teaching you how we are going to, not could, we are going to add faith to this. So I know I want to have specific size spots to put my journaling cards, because typically I use one of these cards, at least one, for every Bible verse to put all my notes on. Okay, so we've got that one there. See, we left that wide open. That works good. And then we've got this open. Okay, yes, we are doing really, really well. And let's see, what's next? Over here, what I thought of on here is, wouldn't it be fun to add a little, like a little flip of little papers? What if we put that right there and then have a pocket down here? And in the kit, let's see, move my stuff away. In the kit, I gave us, okay, we have these pockets, which that would work. That's a good size for there. And then we have this fun little envelope that we got to make. That's cute. Where do we want to put this? Now, if you don't like seeing the black lines, then just cut or fold over around the black lines. Let's see, I need to fold that a little bit better, Diane. It's not folded straight, is it? There we go. There we go. Okay, that's not straight. Let's see. I gave you the lines, and now I'm not even following the lines. Duh, Diane. Okay, you know what? I didn't trim it right to the line. That's what I'm having a problem with. Okay, let me trim those up. Okay, so that's going to come over. Whoops. These go over, and then that comes up. And there's our little mini envelope. And let's fold this right on the line. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, well, you know what? It doesn't matter to see the lines. Here's why. Because look, I'm going to darken it anyway. So does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter that you see the lines. Okay, let's do that. Don't know where I'm going to use it yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, open it back up. Just edge the whole thing, Diane. Edge that. Edge that. Okay. Okay, so now these go in. This comes up, and there's our little mini pink envelope. What did that happen like that? Didn't trim this right. Let's just trim it right up. There we go. I think that'll work better. Okay. There is our mini envelope. Oh, Diane just did it wrong again. There, those parts go in there like that. Okay, so that's right. So what if we put this down here is what I started with. Diane, wake up. Oh, actually, look. Let's do this one. Yeah, I think that one's going to work. Okay, let's do that one. So here we go again. I don't have space. You know what? This has too much glue on it. Let's flip these over. So I used to throw things like this away. This is some booklet that comes with my insurance or something, and I would have thrown it away in the past. And then I realized this just makes a great glue book, and then you just throw it away, right? So I'm really utilizing it, which is good, because they didn't really need to send me this. I didn't ask for it. It just came in the mail when I get my insurance every year. There we go. And then we will punch that. Let's go ahead and punch that. Mine's going to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter, because I am going to just trim that black off. I don't like it there, so we'll just trim it off, and then we'll edge. There we go. See? That works. that works. Okay, so we've got that one ready. Oh, I know what we can do. Okay, if we put this down here, is this wide enough for what? Okay, oh, I know what, we have all these fun things. These little narrow, fun Valentine's things I gave you. Oh, yes, that looks so good. Okay, so what I was saying is I had a thought about what if we added a little flip here, and underneath was a little mini notepad, right? Let's try that. So let's go ahead and edge this. Okay, so that's going to go up. To make it stronger, I should probably put a piece of paper on it. That would work. Let's just glue that on there. That way when it's flipped up, you see something pretty also. Okay, I'll get it yet, Diane. There we go. Okay. Oh, and there I go again. Where did I just put my pen? Does that happen to you? You know, I bought one of those really fun toppers with all of the beads on them. I bought it off somebody from Etsy. And I was so sad because I didn't even use it for 4 days. And I went to stick the pin back in and it bent. So clearly, I don't know what that about. Like, I'm not that strong of a person, so I don't understand why that happened, but it did. So I can't use it. So I kept the beads. I've hung the beads on other stuff, but okay, I like that there. So we'll stick those in there. So we're going to put that there. And then, as I said, I was thinking, what if we do that and we would lift that up, right? So now let's get some little pieces of paper. And I just happen to have some sitting over here. This is from one of those Dollar Tree books that I tell you all to get all the time. Of course, that one's upside down. So let's just make, you know what, we're just going to use this part of the paper because the verse is way too wide. So we'll just cut it like that. And I'll cut this one like that. Okay, and then let's see what size we're going to do, right? Does that work? Yes, look, that works perfectly. So let's trim that in half. Okay, so we got 1, 2. And we could use that. No, it's a little too short. I don't want to put it that way. Well, okay, you know what? It doesn't have to be same height, Diane, does it? It's just a little strap pad. There we go. So I'm putting 4 pieces, right? Okay, that works good. And then what I thought we would do, this is how I usually do this. So move that away. I use my mini attacher from Tim Holtz. And I just staple the top of it together. There we go. And then it's going to be onto there. And so you want to cover up your staples. Oh, well, there's a reason why it's too long. Ha, ha, ha. It's supposed to be hidden. So let's go ahead and trim those then. There we go. Okay, that would work. So you would open that up, and then there would be your little notepad. Flip them up. Okay, and now let's put a piece of something across there. We could use washi tape. Let me see what washi tapes I got right here. There we go. Yeah, let's use some numbers across there. There we go. Turn that off. That's just to hide the staples. That's all I was doing that for. There we go. Okay, so you would flip it like that. Okay, and then this is crooked. It's handmade. Okay, let's move that back. And then we got to put something on the front of that. It's got to have some stamps, doesn't it? It needs some stamping. And let's stick this love on there instead of stamping it. Let's just put one of the pieces from the kit. Because it's so perfect to be right there, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's going to be like that. So we're going to put that right there. There we go. Fun. That's a fun little piece right there. Okay, so we're going to glue that right there. Let's glue that right there. There we go. Yeah, I could have put some stitching on there, Diane. That would have been fun. Let's see if we still can. I might be able to put stitching on there. Let's see. We'll just do it on the edge. Sometimes just that little bit just, I don't know, sets it off, finishes it. Yes, see, that's what it needed. It needed just that little bit. So you know what, we should do that on this too. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, let's put some of this up here. See how cool that looks? Now again, if you have a sewing machine, go ahead and take it to your sewing machine and just sew it. I have to get up, turn off the camera. I have to do so much to go over there and do it. It's a big project. I definitely go do it. I think that should be in the middle, and then we're gonna have to put something else there. Okay, let's put this down. And then we have a pocket for those really pretty little Valentine's things. That'll go in there. Okay. And then I like that a lot. Okay. We're really doing well on this, aren't we? Look how pretty this is. Now, you don't have all the doodads on it yet, but it's looking really, really good. Okay. I feel like this needs something and this needs something. So what if, let's see, we're gonna, how many did I give? 8 of these. I think there's 8 of these in the kit. So these will be here. We can do like 2 there. We have a whole bunch left. Why don't we, those look pretty. Why don't we make something over here that would hold some? That would be good, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, can we use the word forever? Or do we want a deeper pocket? Can always use this a couple ways, you know what? So if you fold it like that, it becomes a flip. Or a pocket if I just go ahead and fold that like that, which maybe I'm just going to do. But first I'm going to trim off the black lines. So I hope that you find in all my kits the versatility. I give you lots of parts. In fact, I give you enough stuff to make 2 kits out of 1 printing most of the time. You really will find that to be true. At least you have a ton of leftovers, and so you can make another kind of a kit. This would look good right there. Okay, so where are we going to fold it on? Let's see. We need it about right there. So let's fold that. So see how you just take a piece that might have looked like it was for something else, and then we're just going to fold and manipulate and move it around. Now the trick will be, do those little tall things fit through there? That's my whole goal was, nope, it's not going to work. Okay, so I think what I'm better off doing is just making it, I really wanted these to be over here. Now, how am I going to get them in there, Diane? If I go to the very edge, that would give me just enough to make a pocket. Let's see if we fold it a little bit farther over. Just the pocket. Let's see if that will work. No, I still didn't go far enough. Would help if you just measured it, but some days I just like to do stuff like that. Okay, that would work. Look, that would totally work. And what if we did it like that so that you could put them in? No, you know what? No. I think they should just be in here. And I want to put dangly things on them. So I'm thinking that just works. Let's just make sure that it slides in between the folds, because that's what I'm trying to accomplish. There we go. Yeah, they do. Okay. Okay, so first let's ink it up. Then we're going to decorate it, right? I think, oh, you know what we should do? We should put brads on this. That might be fun. To bring some more brads in, right? And this is going to be on here and like that. I wish I could cut around the forever and just put that on there. Or we could put it like, oh, no, I'd still have to trim it. Okay, well, there's a place for our, we could put a bunch of stuff on it. Okay, let's figure out what I want to do with this. So do I want to just do that faux stitching on it or do something different? That's the question. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, you know, maybe just some numbers. Just some numbers on here. Let's just put some numbers on it. There they go. That's the way the numbers go. What if we put this like that? Yeah, see, I like that. See how that little hint of something on there just really makes it, doesn't it? And the numbers for me are like, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Yeah, Diane. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Let's put these back so I don't lose my stamps. Okay, that works. And the trick is, did I want to put the brads on there? I don't have them over there, so I'm thinking it might work to be on here. Let's see if we can do that. This is my giant container of brads. Now see, I do have some colored ones. Do I want to use the red and pink ones? No, I don't like them. See, see what I'm going to do? Exactly, I'm going back to the same thing, right? Let's put those dark brown ones on there. Okay. So shall we put them at the top or at the bottom? That's the question to be answered. Might help you make it straight, Diane. So as you see how many times I fold and refold, that's the beauty of distress ink on the edges. It covers up all your mistakes or different folds. Now the trick is going to be, you know what, I think I'm going to put them on the bottom only, because if I put them in there, then they're going to stick out, and if I put them at the top, that's going to impede sliding those things in there. So let's go ahead and just put 2 at the bottom. not into the fold, just into this piece. Okay, there we go. And the trick is you have to have fingernails to do these. Oh, give me a break. Okay, and that goes down, of course, and sticks out. So then you got to bend them around. And I'm going to show you what we're going to put tape on these once I get them in there, so that anything I stick in doesn't get caught in the metal parts, is what we're going to do. Okay, now let's get some Scotch tape. And we're going to put tape right on there. Put tape on this one. Okay, come on, there we go. There we go. Okay, now, let's see, now it's going to work much better. Okay, let's put this on there now. So it's going to be on the sides. And I'm going to put it right along the bottom, because I don't need the bottom open. So let's put that about right there. A little bit lower than the middle. There we go. Now, somehow I didn't get enough glue in there. Okay. Well, it's because the brads are there, and so they stick things up, right? They take up space. But the brads look good. I'm glad I did the brads. We'll move that brad over there. Okay. Okay, this video is going to become so super long. I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to stop my slow making it, and then I will make a video when it's all done. But so far you see all the main parts. You don't see what I'm going to put in the front, but it'll be fairly simple, okay? And so this is the way it's looking right now. Right, we've gotten all that done. So you know how to join the two pieces of paper together, the two pieces of cardstock, excuse me, and then you've seen how to fold this, how to do your other envelope, how to do this part. We've got that part all done, right? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a ribbon, and I'm going to put a piece of paper over the ribbon so that the two pieces are there. So I'm going to stop this part, and then it will keep going, and then you'll see the finished journal.